Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anjana and I make videos on all sorts of tech, gadgets, reviews, my take and opinions on latest tech releases. So consider subscribing if you like such content. I ordered the iPhone 15 Pro the day it was released and I have been using it for the past 2 months. Over the weeks, I have tried and tested various different accessories, but I keep coming back to a few over and over again. In this video, I will share my favorite accessories that I keep using consistently with my iPhone 15 and 15 Pro. To be clear, these are not some one-off expensive accessories, but the ones that I use day to day for my daily needs. Just the ones that I love a lot to recommend to you guys. These accessories will work both for the iPhone 15 and 15 Pro. I hope it will be a useful video, so let's get started. How can we start an iPhone accessory video without a phone case? Starting up with my favorite phone case. This might be a bit controversial for some. The case I've been using on the 15 Pro is just a generic brand $10 case. That's right, this is a $10 clear case from Amazon. And I'm super happy with this purchase. There were a few factors which led me to buy this one. First, I wanted a clear case. I love this white color on the iPhone 15 Pro even more than the famous natural titanium, and I did not want to cover it up with a non-transparent case. If you go with an Apple clear case, first, it costs $50, which is way too expensive. Second, it looks like this after some time. I'm really not a fan of those transparent MagSafe design as well. It looks like a permanent magnifying glass. So, no thank you. Their silicone cases are equally bad as well. First, the look and feel is not great, and second, it's a nightmare to put and take it out every time from the pocket. It sticks every time. Their fine woven cases are bad as well, and we have seen reviews of how easily they get damaged. So, third-party cases were my only option. Usually, third-party cases are huge, thick and bulky, but I really liked how slim and transparent this one is. And for $10, I had to give it a shot. To my surprise, it looks really good. It's reasonably slim, looks good, and I've even dropped my phone dozen of times and it has kept my phone spotless. Best $10 purchase I have made. It says it's non-yellowing, but I'll have to wait and see on that one. My second most liked accessory, and the one which I have no problem recommending to anyone having a recent iPhone, is the Apple 20-watt USB-C charger. I really think Apple should have included this in the box. It's such a high-quality product at a very reasonable price. I've got a bunch of them placed around my house for easy charging. A good quality charger is important for a healthy, long-lasting battery. This is a fast charger at 20 watt and I can get around 50% charge in less than 30 minutes, which is great. It retails for $19, which actually is cheaper than some third-party chargers on Amazon. There are some cheaper ones out there as well, but I really like the quality of the Apple USB-C charger compared to the third-party ones. It doesn't heat up, it's sturdy, it looks clean and works reliably. My only gripe again is that for a $1,000 phone, Apple should have included a $19 charger in the box. It's so useful irrespective of how many ever USB chargers you have in your home. Third, if you have a charging brick, you do need a charging cable as well, right? The one that I use and love is the Apple braided USB-C 60-watt charging cable. Luckily, this one comes in the box, but I went ahead and bought a couple more to be used around various rooms in my house. First, the cable looks and feels very high quality, strong and durable. But two best parts about the Apple braided cable compared to other third-party cables are: one, the cable is so flexible than plastic cables that it makes it a breeze to roll up and carry it around. In spite of being flexible, it doesn't feel flimsy. Second, the cable is really tangle-free. Irrespective of how much ever you roll it up, it just untangles itself. It retails for $19 and it's a must-have, no-brainer buy if you have an iPhone 15 or 15 Pro. There is one thing to keep in mind about the 60-watt USB-C braided cable. It's a USB 2.0 cable, meaning it can handle data rates up to 480 Mbps. The iPhone 15 Pro has a USB 3.0 port, which means it can handle data rates up to 10 GB per second. So if you record videos externally to an SSD or transfer large amounts of data frequently, the braided cable might not be the best choice in those cases. For those cases, you need to get USB 3.0 cable or a Thunderbolt cable. If you want the same high quality braided tangle-free cable, Apple makes a Thunderbolt 4 cable for $69. In my opinion, it's an overkill. Instead, I chose this generic brand USB 3.1 cable for less than $15 and it has worked great for me so far. It's a pretty sturdy and thick cable, so less flexible. So I use this cable only when I record to an external SSD in ProRes log. For $15, $8, it's doing a great job though. If you use the 60-watt cable, you will see dropped frames while recording externally. You will need a high-speed cable for such purposes. Okay, I spoke about recording videos externally to an SSD, and frankly, this is one of the best features of the new iPhone 15 Pro. This feature is not available on the 15 though. In fact, Apple made their recent Mac event completely on iPhone 15 Pro recorded externally to an SSD. And that is my next favorite accessory. You can literally use any external SSD for this purpose. The one I use and my favorite is the Samsung T5 1TB SSD. In fact, there are newer models now like T7 and T9. If you find a good deal go for it. T5 has been working well for me for over 4 years without any need for me to upgrade yet. My only specification, get at least a terabyte of storage for whatever model you go with. The ProRes log recording takes up to a ton of space. In fact, just around 140 minutes of recording for a whole terabyte of SSD, which is not a lot. So go for the largest storage variant if you intend to buy one. I've used the SanDisk external SSD as well for the same purpose, but I like the size and compact form factor of the Samsung over the SanDisk. So case is done, charger and cable is done, external SSD is done. What about wireless chargers? Well, I don't use one. Surprising? I really like the new standby mode on the 15 Pro where you put it on charge on landscape mode and it shows time, photos and widgets. Since I don't have a MagSafe case for the reasons I explained before, I can't get those nice standing magnetic wireless chargers. I can use the lay flat ones, but I don't get the standby mode. I could get something like these, but you have to pick the right one, else your battery is going to degrade faster than it should. I really noticed that problem on my previous iPhone 12 Pro Max, so I straight up gave up on wireless charging and I use the wired charging everywhere. I can get 3 or 4 charging bricks in the place of one good quality wireless charger, and I've placed them in most of my locations. Wireless chargers are also not completely wireless, aren't they? It takes an extra 2 seconds to plug them in, but wired chargers are in general more efficient and will keep your battery healthier for longer. Then how about the standby mode? Amazon to the rescue again. I got this $8 height adjustable phone stand and my iPhone is just as happy. This is tiltable, height adjustable, sturdy, sleek and cheap. So instead of one MagSafe case and a MagSafe wireless charger, I had to get a charging brick, braided cable, an Amazon case and a phone stand and an extra 2 seconds to start charging. But on the contrary, I saved over $100 plus a better looking case and a more efficient charging. Trade-off seems fair to me. I do love and use 2 other accessories, primarily photography related. First is the DJI Osmo gimbal. This is the DJI Osmo 3. The new one is the DJI Osmo 6. But this is a 3-year-old model which works fine still. iPhone stabilization is god level already. Pair it up with a 3-axis gimbal like this, the footages are cinematic level. I don't use it every day, but whenever I need that extra super smooth shot, I use this one to get that cinematic shots. Another advantage of using this gimbal is their tracking. On their DJI camera app, you can mark and track a person or object and it internally tracks for an easy shooting experience. I use it for solo shooting as well for my B-roll shots. The latest Insta360 Flow gimbal is also another great option if you're looking for a mechanical smartphone gimbal now. Second photography accessory is the USB-C SD card reader. However good iPhone cameras are, they still don't match the bigger full-frame camera's photo quality. So I still use a Sony mirrorless camera to capture photos like my YouTube thumbnails. When I do, I simply remove the SD card from my camera and use this SD card reader to transfer photos from my camera to my phone. Apple has made this import very easy in the Photos app itself. Just plug in the SD card, a new tab shows up on the Photos app with the SD card photos. Select and click import and it's done. I use this so often that it's an essential part of my setup now. But don't buy the Apple SD card reader. They are unnecessarily expensive. A $10 USB-C card reader will work just fine if you plan to get one for yourself. The one I use is the SanDisk UHS 2 USB-C card reader. I use the same card reader to transfer these video files from my camera to my Mac for my YouTube editing as well. Okay, those were my most used and my favorite iPhone 15 Pro accessories. What are your most used and recommendable accessories? What did I miss? Let me know in the comments please. Also, a subscription to my channel would be wonderful as well. Helps me make more such content. I hope this video was useful. I'll see you in another exciting video. Until then, this is Anjana. Bye-bye.